Hey everyone, welcome to another beautiful day. It's Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. It's 7:16 p.m. and 77 Fahrenheit, 25 Celsius here at South Point Park in Miami Beach, Florida. And boy, are they coming in. It's kind of rough out there. There's the We're just in time for sunset. Lorraine says, Lena, hope today is a wonderful day for you. Beautiful weather here in Florida today, and hope I'm feeling better. Yes, I'm feeling much better. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Had a little bit of a sneeze attack last night, but that's all been taken care of now. Just walking into the sunset now. I think for this live stream, I'll take some residential and maybe if I'm feeling up for it, I'll walk all the way up to the Venetian causeway and then to downtown Miami. With a fishing pole and a bucket. You gotta be multi-talented to do that. Double Snake 007 says that scene looks like a postcard. It really does. This is my favorite park in South Beach. Mary Reed says, you heard I went to the Everglades. I sure did. I did that yesterday and I suffered for it with my allergies. But that's been all taken care of now. I don't really have allergies today. Corvette gal saying the Everglades is great to see. I may put up that video tomorrow. I'm considering it. If not, then somewhat soon. Rob says I couldn't live stream from the Everglades. No, unfortunately I couldn't. It wasn't stable enough to live stream there at the Everglades. But for those of you who didn't know, I bought a combo double-decker hop-on, hop-off bus with a Everglades tour as well as a Millionaire's Boat Ride cruise. All for the price of about $43 and change off of Groupon. And I think that combo ticket was worth every penny. I got a lot of use out of that combo experience. Yesterday I did a hop-on, hop-off tour and also went to the Everglades. Today I did another hop-on, hop-off tour and also the boat ride cruise. I did the boat ride and the hop on, hop off today. Yesterday I did a hop on, hop off, as well as the Everglades tour. Dutchman liked my Hangouts live stream yesterday. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I plan to do more of those. They're quite fun to do. So let's go this way and go on to the residential streets of SoFi. Yes, through the Everglades. It was quite fun, and I saw gators. I'm one of the lucky ones to make it out alive with all my Mary watched. So fun. A lot of laughs trying to guess where we were. Sometimes we got thrown off. So we did a bit of about what I did. How's my internet connection right now? I think we had a little bit of a dead spot back there. I think we're getting better. I've come to expect bad reception here in Miami and South Florida in general. But thankfully, some of these spots are intermittent and they don't last too long. Cat Brian asking if this is a park. We were in a park. I think this is now part of these property owners' grounds. The condo association, maybe. Mess seems to remember getting to hold a young gator way back in the 80s in the Everglades. Don't know if they do that anymore. Was probably stressful for the poor thing. Yes, I did hold a baby alligator and took a picture with it. That was included in the price of the tour as well. Oh, you know what? I should include that picture in the video that I do of the Everglades, so I probably can't put that if that's true, because I have to insert it in. Lena asking what I felt. It felt scaly and it felt a little bit cold. That's what my feeling was holding the baby alligator. Okay, so we are at the start of Collins Avenue here in Miami Beach at the aptly named South Point Drive. And over here is a iconic building. I think it's the building that's the furthest south here in Miami Beach. It's called the Portofino. Victoria's saying I'm a daredevil. Well, to be fair, they did have that baby alligator closed shut with a piece of tape, so I doubt that that baby alligator would be able to harm anybody with its mouth closed. Pro Fast Guy with $1.99. Thank you, Pro Fast Guy. Really appreciate the support. Thank you very much. These are the residential streets of South Beach, which I haven't really shown that much on my videos. Dutchman says they have very sharp teeth. Oh, absolutely. I remember buying a souvenir alligator head in New Orleans. I still have it, by the way. It's in New York. Those teeth are so sharp, even though that alligator is no longer alive. But I can see how those teeth are able to like eat anything and cut open bones and flesh. It's a fancy Italian restaurant, the Prime Italian. City, thanks for bringing the streams down here. It's my pleasure, Lazy Fugazi. Geronimo says, I see you're not really good at GeoGuessr now. I mean, I'm only human. I can only make educated guesses based on the information that's given to me. Oh, wait a second, this is Collins Avenue. I think we were on Ocean Drive before. No, yeah, we were on Ocean Drive and we passed Ocean Court. It's a fancy restaurant, the Prime Fish. By the way, there is a Miami Heat game on. I think they are tied with Philadelphia, 2 games each. So I think there's going to be a lot of traffic going into downtown. Corvette Gal says, do I prefer walking than driving? Oh, I prefer walking. Much more than driving. Because it's what we as humans are designed to do. That's how we're supposed to get around, with our own 2 legs. What happened here? Maz says, have you been to Key West, or would you consider showing us around there someday? You know, I get this question a lot. If I've been to Key West before, or if I can go to Key West. I already went there once last year, but I do plan to make. I don't know when I'll be able to, but it is in the planning phase. Let's take another to Meridian Avenue. Keep asking if I've met any new friends in Miami. I've met a few. I haven't really been settled down here long enough to really make long established relationships, but I have met a few people. Hopefully, as I have more time here to socialize people. Meridian Avenue at First Streets. Now we're really in the heart of the residential area. These are some really fitting, proportional parking spots. Look at this. It's like each one is perfectly spaced out and individually crafted to fit one car. I wish, like a lot of cities that have car access were it'll really crack down on like a lot of the issues that we have with people like parking too close to one another or having spaces that are too cramped. At least with this, it's kind of like it beautifies the neighborhood too. You have plants and trees in the middle. It's really nice. JLL saying no bumper tapping in those spots. Yep, but you will have curb tapping or tree tapping. Oh, look at this. Now the crosswalk is over here now. It's not at the corner. And I think the city designers gave up on this block. There's no individual spots here with curb cutouts. But there are paint markings. Retro James asking, how do the drivers compare to New York City? I would have to say I find drivers here in South Florida to be a little bit more reckless when it comes to pedestrian safety, because the thing is, in New York City, there's a lot of bumper to bumper traffic. There's more crowds and there's constantly people like crossing streets, jaywalking. So I feel that drivers are more aware of what's going on, like with people crossing mid-block and at the lights and whatnot, bicycles, scooters. Here it's kind of like sometimes when you walk in the middle of the street, you really got to be careful of the drivers. But I do find that when it comes to faster speed, drivers, they do a little bit better on the highways, but New York drivers, they're not as good on the highways. So that's just my general observation. Zozo, you think the drivers are more aggressive in South Florida? I kind of have to agree with you there. I think it's more important to have more awareness and better driving skills when it comes to smaller streets and streets that don't really tolerate high speeds. Joey says that's an understatement. There's way more reckless. They're way more reckless than New York City drivers. Well, I've seen some bad drivers in New York, Joey. And speed doesn't really get offered to New Yorkers that often, but I've found that people can go fast. Sometimes they do drive reckless there. Look at this, there's a scooter parking here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And someone's skateboarding while having a leash on their dog. Oh my gosh. I think that dog better be walking the guy, not the other way around. What's the story here with this van? Looks like attended to in a while, a window's broken. Streets. This is the street which divides SoFi from the rest of South Beach. We have to cross the street here. I can't hear you. What'd you say? Sounds like the wait guy's getting tired of my crap already. I'm gonna need a hearing aid to hear you. Did you say go? Whoa, he got louder. He got louder. I heard you that time, man. Lena's saying he got annoyed. I can tell. And the beeping noise is so loud. Weights. Oh, didn't say weights. Hung Mao says one day the weight guy will yell back. I'm sure he will. He's been following me all over the... Everywhere I go, the weight guy is there. Whether if I go to LA, Las Vegas, Florida, New York. Literally everywhere I go, the weight guy is around. This building's all decked out in ocean designs. Lighthouse, dolphins, sailboat, bubbles. I like it. And we have a discount store here. Brandon 305 wants me to hit up the design district. They got nice designer like Armani and stuff. I went there on Mother's Day. The issue is with the design district is the internet service isn't really that great there. So I can't really live stream there reliably. I think, can I cross this way? Yes. Look at this, there's a coin laundry here on the corner. I don't really see too many of these here in Miami. The coin laundries. You really see them a lot more in New York. But I know a lot of people who live around here, they have their own washer and dryer, so they don't need to use an external laundromat. Adam says that street looks very quiet. It is. I think this must be like probably like the lushest street that I've walked yet in South Beach. It's like I'm walking in a forest here. The leaves are like touching each other. Look at that. And notably, none of these trees here are palm trees. This is Meridian Avenue between 6th Street and 7th Street. That's where we are. These are the residential streets of DJ Blackjack saying that the trees are like that all the way up. Best shaded streets in South Beach. Really nice. I really wonder how old these trees are. Looks like they've been established here for a while. There's also a bike lane here too. Oh, Hung Mao, you're referencing the shoe store. You're Action Kids. I found that completely hilarious. I'm not affiliated or own that shoe store at all. It just happened to be a coincidence that the Action Kids store in Aventura Mall happens to sell shoes. This is a really nice housing complex. Kind of looks like the Portofino where I was before. Philip asking how it is downtown after the Formula One race. Quiet right now. Let's go this way. Maybe I'll go down another street. Meridian Court maybe. Oh, Hung Mao saying the font of the store is the same too. That's really funny, I know. Not only is it a shoe store, but it's also the same font that I use for my YouTube profile. Yeah, maybe we won't go down Meridian Court. Maybe Jefferson Avenue over here. I didn't even bother ducking for the palm tree there, just walk right through it. Armar asks if I've ever thought of exploring Chicago. Yes, I've been to Chicago before. I don't know when the next time I'll be there is, but it's definitely a city I'd like to make videos of and explore. This is an innovative garbage can. You nail it to the light post here. Robert likes to see Mississippi or Alabama. That could be an idea. D. Coop asked if I've been to the sunset parties on the beaches. No, I haven't. And I wasn't even aware that there were sunset parties there. The only sunset related like beach activity I saw was at South Point Park in that but I wouldn't really call that a party. It was more like a big hangout where people would normally hang out anyway. Mike Chowder, no comprendo español. Yo hablo poco español. Pero no practicar. But I can still get around and not survive. I can say tengo hambre, tengo agua. So, donde está is this location. Cuánto es how much. So it's not like I'm going to starve if I only interact with someone who knows Spanish. Douglas Fatilia with $5. Aloha through Miami. Thank you, Douglas. Really appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Although I've heard that Cuban Spanish, which is by far the majority Spanish spoken around here, they do have an accent. So what I've heard is like they don't like to pronounce the S's on their words. Like instead of ¿Cómo estás?, they say ¿Cómo estás?. So you got to hear these little differences, these nuances, to really understand. And what I don't really like about Spanish sometimes, well, I shouldn't say not like about it, but for me, is they speak very fast sometimes. So and many Spanish speakers, they're so I really respect the Spanish speakers who can really speak at that kind of rate or understand, because it's even hard for me to like shout out ideas and talk about things in English. This is kind of like my normal speaking voice. Sometimes I meet these Spanish speakers, like they say 3 ideas in one sentence, and it's like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Y como hamburguesa. What? I'm like, whoa. Damaris Colon says, my Spanish you'll never understand. It's true, you speak very fast. You must change your name to Speedy Gonzalez. That's what it is. I think it might be worth a day it might be worth taking a day to learn some Spanish again, like some basic Spanish, like especially to do like specific things. Maybe one day I'll do a specific, because it will help me a lot. So I think we've reached the end of Jefferson Avenue. There's the fire station, by the way, across the street. What can I say? What a gorgeous neighborhood park. DJ Blackjack saying this is Flamingo Park, very popular for tennis, swimming, soccer, and for running track. Well, there's the tennis courts over there. That's true. It's a phonetically correct language. At least they use the same alphabet as the English alphabet. Imagine me trying to learn Chinese, because that's what I did for a few years. And the characters did not match the English alphabet at all. And Christy says you can obtain an app on the phone that auto-translates, so tech is pretty wonderful these days. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it works, like here, right? Google Let's see. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Wait, I did that wrong. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hi, how are you? This has limitations too. It won't do Spanglish. Yo es muy suco en español. My Spanish is very bad. What does this translate to? Yo es muy stalker en español. My Spanish is very bad. Oh my gosh. Damaris Colon with $4.99. Me gustan tus videos en vivo. Gracias, 8K. Thank you, Damaris. Appreciate it very much. You like my videos? Thank you. Appreciate it. I think that's what it translates to. Look at this playground, by the way. Oh, I got it, Damaris. That means live videos. I think I better spend some more time in this park. It's really nice. Picnic tables, nice benches. There's also basketball courts there. Uh-oh. Looks like they were trying to fix something up over there, and now it's closed off under construction. Lingo next time on my hangout. That could be fun. And true color tea from Taiwan watching my video while driving to work. Well, just make sure that you're concentrating on the road. I don't want you to get into any kind of crash. I get easily distracted while driving. Nice basketball courts too. It looks like that I'm gonna have to exit over here. There's no way to exit towards the north. It's all like ball fields. Owen Meyer, this is Flamingo Park. Well, we're already on 13. I think at this point it may be in my plans to walk over the Venetian causeway back to Miami. I feel up for it today to walk over back to Miami. Two people on one scooter. I don't suggest anybody do that, but could be fun if done safely. Nursing saying this is not Miami. Well, we're in the county, Miami-Dade County, but it's a different city than Miami. By the way, one of the added benefits of taking the audio guide, and I've learned quite a bit about Miami, and I could tell you more in future videos, some information. Like I've learned today that Julia Tuttle, she was the founder of Miami, and Miami is the only city in. It was Julia Tuttle and William Brickell who founded the city of Miami. They both convinced the railroad magnate Henry Flagler to extend his railroad to Miami, and that's what led to the development of Miami. Wow, Flamingo Park even extends all the way here. I think there's a baseball field. Also very nice house with a fountain in the middle. Alfonso wants me to explore Coral Gables. Yes, I should. Zozo Ba with a wealth of information. He knows a lot. That's very true. She was from Cleveland. Orange blossoms to Flagler during a freeze, and he extended his railroad to Miami. I read about that too. I guess this is the northern end of Flamingo Park. I guess this is all parking for the park here. Miami Beach Parking Department. 15th Street and Michigan Avenue. I wonder if you have to pay for this parking or not. All right, 15th Street, and there's a four-way stop. This is where I have to be a little bit careful. Stop. This driver is yielding to me, that's good. By the way, I did not bring my flashlight with me today. I forgot it, so if I need it, I'm going to be in trouble. Tall hedges. We won't be able to see a thing. Wait, maybe we could see something. Hey, we see the corner of the house, and they see us too. There's a camera there. Is this the front entrance here? Oh, we could see something. I spy a feline. Hung Mouse saying I need to link my flashlight to the backpack. You know, Hung, a backup flashlight in my backpack, albeit a very small one, but it may be good for me to take it out. It's still bright, even though it's a tiny one, but I usually use it for to look at things in my backpack. Here it is. Look at this. That's bright already. And you got brighter. So I could use this. This is bright enough. I mean, I don't need the other one. But this is the Phoenix E09R flashlight. It's a mini flashlight. Hung Mouse says, so you do have a flashlight. Yeah, that one I just keep in my bag. Get it, but I didn't think about using it as a main flashlight. But since I don't have mine, I mean, it works just as well. Well, not as well, but good for a backup. But I will be using it. Alright. I have my flashlight on, by the way. I think this is the brightest setting, yeah. Now that I took my flashlight out, let me connect my backpack strap. It'll save my back and put some more weight on my waist. True Color Tea arrived safely to the hospital. Happy to find this channel. I'm glad to hear it. All right, what street is this now? This is doesn't show me the cross street. Well, regardless of what it is, the next one is Alton Road. Yardbird Southern Table and Bar. They also have a seems to be very busy. Celebrating 10 years at Yardbird. Wow, Yardbird even extends all the way here. Tables in there, a bar.
I'm sure a lot of people left because a lot of people go and they go like, okay.
Looks very happening in there.
Why did you call me before? I'm sorry.
Contemplando todo esto que me dicen, me gustaría a mí que me den una fecha para que...
Valerie saying it's good in Vegas too. You know, weren't they called Yard House though? Or is it also yard bird? Are they a chain? They probably are. Yard bird and yard house. All right, let's hurry up. Gonna turn my light on. So they are a chain, nice. RK says, am I heading towards the Lincoln Mall Road? No, unfortunately I'm not. I'm gonna be This is a live stream more focused on the residential areas of Miami Beach today. And we got to see a lot. Oh, Dutchman saying the Yard House restaurants are in Vegas and Southern California. So this is Yard Bird. They're probably not the same owners. We got our moderator POV HFR in the welcome. Weights. I think I want to go this way because if I remember the last time I biked over the Venetian causeway, they were doing some construction on the 17th Street entrance. But over here, there's a pedestrian bridge to get over there. Wow, this is a busy nightlife area. Huahua's Taquera. What's up? Man, a cool place. There's a lot going on here. Yes, Glenn, I've been to Vegas. I liked it a lot. I'll definitely go back. That's right, Hung Mao. Someone did recommend Huahua. I'm gonna have to check out these areas another time. They're very inviting. One side is this and the other side is the wait button. Thanks, True Caller, for joining the membership. Okay. I'm gonna turn my light on anyway, just in case. All right, let's go. Pretty sure there was a walkway over the bridge here. I would be annoyed if I came this way and there was no bridge over the Venetian. Is that a stray cat? Or somebody's cat? Hi. Here's Bay Road, no outlets. But I think I can go this way for the pedestrian bridge. Let me just make sure with Google Maps. No, it's the next one, Lincoln Court, where there's the bridge. Dutchman says there's a music band called the Stray Cats. Yeah, there's a lot of bands named after cats. There's still some sun left in the sky. All the way yet. Lincoln Court. Let's see if I can get on the bridge here. All right. Now I've got the long walk back to downtown Miami across the oldest bridge in Miami. By the way, the Venetian Causeway is the oldest bridge, and it also replaced a wooden bridge called the Collins Bridge. And this was recently restored in 1999. Also, all the Venetian islands, as well as all the islands pretty much in the Miami area, are all man-made. All right, Venetian Causeway time. Yep, they're still doing construction on 17th Street entrance there. Good thing I picked this way. Because look. There's like no way around unless you like take the other entrance. Hung Mao saying that sunset. Absolutely agree with you, Hung Mao. And I do want to cross the street, so I'm walking with the traffic. I think it'll be a little bit better. Let's put a light on just in case. Fucking 76er butt right now. Who knows, maybe by the time I walk over this bridge, the basketball game will be finished. Oh, we have some color on that side. So I think this span, as well as the span closest to downtown Miami, is the oldest part of the bridge. Alan Block says it would be nice if you took a boat ride around Miami. I actually did today. I took the Millionaire's Boat Cruise, leaving from Bayside Marketplace. The tour guide on our boat was really knowledgeable. He knew exactly where celebrities lived or have owned properties. He was like, this place belongs to J-Lo and A-Rod. And this is Shaq's house. This was P. Diddy, and P. Diddy has a privacy wall. And these yachts belong to this person. And even over here, the Venetian Isles, he was mentioning how one of these but I kind of have to go on that tour again or watch the video again to catch what he all said, because it's kind of like, wow, so many people live on these islands. Dutchman says, like taking the celebrity bus tour in Beverly Hills, California. Yeah, I guess you could say so. It's similar to that one. Astrid asking if the entire bridge is open to traffic. It is. You can drive from Miami Beach to Miami and vice versa via this bridge. There is a toll though if you decide to drive across. I wonder if this bus even runs at this time, the A bus. I'm just curious. Nope. I don't see any buses here. Florence says, is this the second time? I don't remember now. Could be my third or fourth time. I actually don't mind walking this entire bridge. It's really nice. I mean, it's a little bit long, but at least you get nice views along the way. Have to be careful of these cars. Florence saw my last video when I walked over it. Well, here I am now, walking over it. Hopefully one day they'll have a train that connects Miami to Miami Beach. That's wishful thinking though. Spolly813 asking, of all the different neighborhoods in Miami, what made you choose? Well, I wanted someplace central with easy access to public transit if I can get it, which downtown does serve me very well, and a lot of activity, so in case I couldn't really get someplace far away for that day, I can go out and still make good content. For those people who really do crave like a city life, you should be in downtown or somewhere near it. Wear helmets when they ride a bike or scooter. I can do it, but it's something I'm not really comfortable with. I wonder what it was like before there was a bike lane here. Did the cars and the street here and manage space with the cars? know, the waters, they seem a little bit rough tonight. The wind probably has to do a lot with it too. My brother's in the chat, chasing Chinster. Better to have narrower lanes and the buffered bike lane here. Discourages speeding from the cars. It's the best crossing. You know, I have to show you the Julia Tuttle Causeway. That's the one that's north of here. The next one, there's a bike lane on it, but I don't think I'd want to be biking over that bridge. That one is actually an interstate, and the cars there, the speed limit's like 50 miles an hour. At least the MacArthur Causeway, I think it's like 40 miles an hour speed limit. And they have traffic lights in the middle. This one, they don't have any of that. But interestingly, it doesn't have a pedestrian path. It only has a bike lane. And you're riding right next to the really, really fast cars on the interstate highway. Jackie Ward with a $10 super chat. Hello, Action Kid. This is Jackie again. I'm walking with you, dear. Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate it. I hope you have a great day and enjoying this lovely view on the Venetian. Windy. It does get windy here in Miami, I feel like. Kind of dark here. I think I want to turn on my light anyway. Just in case, because there's a bush over there and sometimes a blind corner for the cars. Actually, it is. Alright, this car is making a left turn. Yeah, they need to fix these lamps here. It's not lit at all. Came in handy. Ian. Hello. Some wild animals gonna come out of these. Much difference this light makes. Even over here, they need lights. Wow, Florence, you named all the islands of the Venetian islands. Belle Island, Riva Alto, Di Lido, San Marino, San Marco, and Biscayne Island. I think one of these days I'm gonna have to explore all of these islands on an individual basis. Maybe I'll do it on my bike and I'll make a video out of it. There's also Dodge Island I need to explore. That's the one with the Port of Miami. And there's also Palm and Hibiscus connected to the MacArthur Causeway. Yeah, chasing Chinsta, you can get to them by bike. That's where all the rich and famous live. The only one where you need to take the ferry or a helicopter is Fisher Island. That one's not connected by a bridge. RK516 asking how often I'll do the live hangout. I haven't really decided on a schedule yet on how often I want to do them, but I'll figure something out. Florence saying Fisher Island's private. You have to be invited there. That's where the big wigs live. So I've heard. You have to be a living over here. Me and Miami Beach often. you're gonna get charged that $2 toll if you're driving. I don't know if it's some kind of resident live on these islands, but it doesn't seem fair for people to do that, to get charged each time they drive off this bridge and they live here. It's kind of like a forced toll. I know in New York City, the residents of Staten Island get a break on the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, and also the people who live in the Rockaways and Broad Channel and Howard Beach, I think, they get a break on the Cross Bay Bridge and the Marine. So I hope they have some kind of residency discount. It doesn't seem fair to these people. Who argue like, oh, these people, they've got $1 million homes. They can afford to pay $2 every time. Yeah, that's right, Alan. I knew that argument was going to come up. These people are rich. This toll is probably not a big deal for them. You know what? The problem is with tolls like these that are a flat price on the people. So no matter if you make $1 million a year or $100 a year, you're still paying the same amount as someone who's paying like $1 million. There are homes here where people live in that they're not like really fancy homes either. They'll live with other people and they split the costs. Maybe it's not a waterfront property. Another thing about taxes too here in Florida, people, they really got to be careful because sure, there's no state income tax here, which is look out at the other ways that the state taxes you. The state makes a lot of its money from property taxes, tolls, gasoline, dining taxes here. And there's also resort fees too at the hotels. Like I've noticed driving around in South Florida, people who drive especially, they get hit hard with a lot of taxes, especially tolls, prices of gasoline, and parking fees. The last time I went to, I had to pay $20 for parking. And there's also a lot of toll roads in Florida too. If you take Florida's Turnpike or the Dolphin Expressway, they'll charge you like 30 cents. I think the last time I drove from Jacksonville down to Miami on my way back, I must have paid at least like, I don't know, $20 in tolls just taking the Florida's Turnpike. Jupiter is saying it's really not that much different than New York City. Well, New York City drivers and the residents a lot. I don't think there's any place else in the country that charges $16 for crossing a bridge, because Washington Bridge from New Jersey into New York City. So you combine that with New York City's income tax, as well as, you can see why it's consistently ranked among one of the highest cost of livings in the world. As everywhere you go, parking's expensive. Tolls are another way for the government to earn revenue. And I actually know some ways to get around some of these tolls, and I hope I could parking tricks, but that's another area where they make you pay a lot. But you can take local roads around the toll plazas, or you take toll-free. There's people saying you didn't hear me at all. Yeah, unfortunately the internet service here is going in and out here on the Venetian causeway. But I was saying how there's ways to avoid the toll roads. You just take the local roads around them enough to find free parking spots or discounted parking spots. I'd say way across now to Miami. No, maybe a little bit more than halfway. Yeah, we're probably like 60% across. Jupiter's confused. Are you in another area or Miami? I'm on the Venetian Causeway, which is between downtown Miami and Miami Beach. Technically, I'm in the municipality of Miami, the city, but not in downtown yet. between like the Venetian Islands in Miami and the Venetian Islands in Miami Beach. It's kind of similar when I did that live stream back in New York City and Nassau County, Long Island with Floral Park, Queens and a Floral Park, Long Island. And you have kind of the same situation here with the Venetian Islands, because like part of the Venetian Islands are in Miami and part of the Miami Beach. But it's really hard to tell the difference between the two areas. I think there's one sign that labels the boundary, but as far as my eye can tell, like practically both sides of the Venetian Islands, they're like the same. And street signs. This home here is under construction. Some of these homes, they really look like art museums. Zozo is saying you could hear the sea breeze through the trees. Yes. I don't think I'd want to be here on a major storm though. Jerry says, looks more than just breeze to you, quite strong wind. Yeah, I would say so. Miami has those days where it gets quite windy. City. I wouldn't say it's quite friendly. I mean, it's improving. There are some nice bike paths like this one. The beach walk there. But other than that, there really aren't too many like usable bike lanes that are really safe within like Miami proper. Downtown's getting better, but it could use a lot more work. There's a museum in this house, actual museum. The suit is enclosed in glass, folks. And it's up for sale by Sotheby's International. Literal art museum, look at that. Who's a picture? Who's that a illustration? Kind of looks like Adriana Lima, maybe. I don't know. The price tag is too much for us. If you have to ask, it's too much. Waterfront property. Look at this swimming pool. I wonder how much the property taxes are on this home. Jupiter says even if you were rich, he'd still ask. Alan says too close to the highway, noisy. Well, to be fair, this isn't really considered a Hey, I see the final toll plaza into downtown Miami. We're almost out of here. We're coming into the home stretch soon. Hung mouse spotting. Once we get past this toll plaza up ahead, we should be able to see downtown very clearly. Oh, here we are. Those are some nice waterfront homes. This looks like a hotel or a pretty large one. And again, you know what the problem is? You have the toll plaza right there. So if you step one wheel over that toll plaza, you're gonna get charged $2. Hey, downtown skyline. You know, I think that's the first time I've seen that building lit up in different white, red, green, blue. Jupiter, sometimes you'll find them around, but they're not that frequent. Kat, this is the Venetian Causeway in Miami. There's another home for sale here. And 25 cents to cross this bridge if you had the sun pass. If you don't have a toll by plate. And gosh forbid if you have 5 axles or more, because you're going to be paying a lot more money. And you can tell they want your money because they accept every kind of like electronic toll system ever here. Sun Pass, E-Pass, Peach Pass, Easy Pass. My goodness. You know what pass I can show them? I could say, hey, I'm Action Plaza. Try to scan this. And they won't be able to scan anything. They'll be scanning and be like, okay, you're live streaming on YouTube, you're a pedestrian, you don't gotta pay. How many times have I biked or walked across this bridge and I didn't have to pay yet? Downtown Miami skyline over to my left. Jerry says, you don't have a card or cash, what should we do with you? They send it to you by the mail, via the mail. So you'll be opening up your mail and be like, 25 cents for this toll plaza that I passed by like a month ago. That's what happens. All these toll booths are, nobody's working them. All electronic now. Hey, we gotta wait for the bridge to go down. Hey, we're in luck. I see the arms going up now. We're in time. Miami's first super tall, the 100-story Waldorf Astoria Tower is breaking ground downtown. Oh, it is? When is that happening? Tomorrow? Lane says last year when you traveled to Florida, you never got any bill in the mail from them. You're from Iowa or what? Yeah, I wonder why you didn't get anything. But it also came to my head too, because I was driving to New York City from Miami with temporary plates. It was the dealer license plate. I wonder what would have happened. Electronic toll system that I have now, the Sun Pass, and just drove up to New York City with the paper plates. If I would have, because I wonder how they could like track you down with temporary plates. I mean, maybe they could if they wanted to, but it seems like it's a lot of administrative effort. This is the last span of the Venetian causeway. Last time I was here, I only walked up to this span and then back to downtown. Amon, it is busy on the weekdays as well as the weekends here in Miami. Although the weekends seem to get a little bit more busy. Carson saying the Miami is the new Silicon Valley. Moving to Miami. And I know the city is gearing up the city to, well, they're trying to advertise it as like a place to do cryptocurrency businesses. There've been a lot of advertising for that. Like they have the FTX arena. If you go downtown, there's a lot of advertisements for blockchain. And in Miami Beach, they sponsor the Formula One race too. Kamikaze 1976 saying crypto is really volatile right now. Yeah, a lot of the financial markets right now are very volatile. Cryptocurrency especially now. There's a lot of altcoins now. In particular, I was reading a piece of news that's saying one of the stable coins, Terra USD, they're backed by the same developers that make the Luna token. That token is supposed to be pegged to the dollar 1-to-1, and I think it traded as low as like 77 cents to the dollar. So people who hold that coin or who rely on the stable coins in general, because it doesn't really demonstrate a vote of confidence in those markets. But yeah, there's a lot of worry right now in the economy and the financial markets. Interest rates, economic expectations, as well as other things, and just the market sentiment in the future. But I don't really need to follow the news to tell me that the economy is on a decline around the country, because I kind of feel it. I've talked to people who have felt the effects of rising prices, housing costs, their wages not being able to keep up with their rent payments, and it's not a good sign for the future of the country. It's a very challenging time now, and I advise people to really organize your finances and make sure that you spend only on things that you think are essential. It's not the time right now to spend extravagantly if you don't have the money. Seth saying recession is coming. You know, the problem with news sources is that they're really lagging indicators. To me, I think a recession is already here. I'm out on the streets very often. I see what's going on around the country. I don't have to have a news story or an article tell me that the economy and this. I'll tell it to you straight. It doesn't look good. Scooter and two cyclists coming over the Venetian causeway. Kind of remember this was here last time. They need to fix the sidewalk. I think today I'm going to not take and I'll walk back to the main part of downtown. POVHFR asking, where do I think America will be by 2026 financially? It's not going to be good. I don't think the future of this country or the world, as a matter of fact, is too bright. There's been a lot of speculation and low interest rates for the longest time. Ever since 2008, we've had interest rates close to zero, and that's allowed a lot of people to leverage up and put a lot of money into these prices, which are unsustainable in reality. Now I'm talking more like Tom from Walks in Wall Street, who just popped in right here. That's just my opinion. We have the Arts and Entertainment District, looking at the Night Concert Hall, which is part of the Adrian Arts Performing Arts Center. Bonnie's saying it's so dark. Yeah, it is. Susan Thompson asking if I knew they're pulling out the Hoover Dam because it's so low now. I did not know that. And that's also scary to even conceive about, that it's that low. You could find human remains in the Hoover Dam. Yeah, Tom, Miami's very beautiful tonight. The weather's clear. Nice advertisement for underwear up there, the Skims underwear. Doesn't look like they have any underwear on, just based on the design. I think there's some kind of event happening here. So this is the part I don't really like. I'm gonna cross over here. Maybe not right now. I thought I was able to cross now, but there's cars. But I am gonna want to cross over to that corner, because this corner here is in path on that side. You're gonna walk right next to the cars. Oh boy. Are they actually gonna cross over there, these people? Oh good, they're not. Yeah, Tom, I hate this section here. You're forced as a pedestrian to use the other side of the street, because over here, there's no way to get past. I like, because I know it's Biscayne Boulevard. I'm gonna need it. So okay. So that's where we need to go. Black Life Freakout says, I burned your eyeballs. I'm sorry about that. LC saying to that you aren't in New York City, or are people just as interested in Florida? Seems like there's a lot less to see in Florida as opposed to New York City. The contrast is stark. Well, LC, it's a combination of things. I'm not really too sure if people are watching my Florida streams because YouTube may not be promoting the stream as much. Because when I first moved to Miami in the first month, in March, I was getting a lot of live streams with high view counts. But now it seems like it's been dropping off a little bit, and it's not exactly an issue with my channel as well. Because I've noticed YouTube in general, with people who make content similar to me, we've seen across the board. And it doesn't really matter if you're in New York City or Florida or somewhere else in the world, it's just dropped in general. Like my friend, the New York City Walking Show, he's still making content in New York City, but his videos are not drawing as many views as a variety of reasons. I've been trying to reason why it could be. And one of my theories is that YouTube isn't really promoting our videos and live streams as much, and they're trying to promote YouTube Shorts instead. So that could be a theory. Or maybe it's just because people are generally not interested in our type of content anymore. It could also be maybe there's too many distractions in the world. Maybe there's other things that people need to do. Maybe the economy is opening up now. People can travel more, so they don't watch as much anymore. So I don't really know. But regardless if I had the same amount of viewership as I did before or now, as long as I can keep doing this and it's not life, I'm gonna keep doing it because this is something I love. Just because I don't have as much viewership now as I did back in New York City or another point in my, that doesn't stop me from doing these videos because I have to keep the channel going. Life begins at 40 truck with 15 bucks. Thank you. Hi AK. For your information, I've been a member for 7 months and I've enjoyed a lot of your New York and Miami walks a ton. Keep up the Thank you. Seth Wolf says, reason because COVID's ending, people are going out more, not staying home as much. It's possible. Walks in Wall Street saying, another weird thing I've noticed is right after the Russia and Ukraine stuff, viewers dropped off for some reason. That's something I really noticed as well. It's happened to everyone across the board, not just me. But it could be that, you know, as Seth said, because COVID's ending as much. But then again, you have to also wonder, you know, when I was doing these videos during the height of COVID in 2020, when everyone was at home, I had strong viewership numbers, and then the economy was opening up more and more around the world. I still had high viewership numbers, so it's kind of strange. You would think as the economy opens up more, streams less or my videos less, but they still did in 2021. But now here I am in 2022, and it's a drop across the board, no matter what channel you really watch in this kind of genre. So LC at $4.99, thank you for taking the time to reply with an in-depth response. AK, appreciate your videos, and I'm glad you enjoy making them and still are. Thank you, LC. ELP 5000, appreciate it. Thank you, Omar, and thank you, LC, for the super chats. But then again, I've also noticed a seasonality when it comes to YouTube as well. Even until the early summer in YouTube is kind of like the slow season, and then it picks up in the later half of the year. So it's really interesting to analyze all the stats, because as a content creator, I keep up with these things to see what works and see what doesn't. Seems like the Miami Heat game may be ending now, or people are getting out early. I could probably almost guarantee myself views if I use like clickbait titles or dramatic titles, right? But then again, when I do that, people really give me slack or crap about doing so. So there's really no way winning. Like I could say, this is the worst neighborhood in Miami, and I have a thumbnail of somebody's house, it's all run down and stuff, and then, you know, the internet's gonna be like, how dare you say that about Miami? You run through this neighborhood, you don't know anything about it. This house is all dug up, or there's not title, this and that. It's crazy. Use this as the thumbnail, right? Like, super crazy Miami Heat fans overrun downtown. Victory! Victory! Well, it looks like the Miami Heat won.
I'm taking us home.
The bathroom's here, walk up.
And you know, this parking lot is going to be a zoo right now. Whoever gets to their car and starts it first comes out and doesn't have to wait an hour to get out of this parking lot, right? Someone start up the car ahead of time. Up, a car alarm's going off. Probably someone thought that their car was theirs and it's not. Wait, did I park in aisle 6 or aisle 4? That car looks like the same color as mine.
But it's crazy because now they don't even.
Amon says, so busy all of a sudden. Yep, this is what happens after a Miami Heat game. They all come out of the FTX arena.
The second one? Thank you. Yeah. Let the guy behind you to back up another.
PA bets Ubers are expensive right now. You know, I could check for you. Let's see how much an Uber from here to Miami Airport is. Just wondering. It's busy. Fares are a lot higher than usual. $39.93. Woo! That price is like double. Walks in Wall Street, your Uber was 18 bucks today. Normally I see Ubers around Miami for like less than 20 bucks. That's what I'm used to. Look at this, traffic comes to a standstill because the Heat Army is coming out of the stadium, or the arena rather. JF says, this is why you park away from the arena and take public transportation. Well, luckily for me, I could always walk to the basketball game and not have to deal with driving. Heck, I probably saved myself a lot of frustration today by walking from Miami Beach to Miami rather than taking the bus or an Uber.
One car and one Uber extra.
No, we're leaving.
Oh, home? Oh. Hey!
Too bad James is far down away. He can't hear you now. He's already got his own plans. For long distance conversations, we have something called a cell phone. You could message them instead of yelling to your friend that's 2 blocks away. Yo, James, come back to kill. Get rid of the construction barricades here for this condo project. All right. Now we could actually walk on this side of the sidewalk. So this is the main office for the Waldorf Astoria development project. Look at this. They even blocked off the street. You can't even. Folks, well, here. It's been fun. If you enjoyed it, then it's been an adventure walking all the way from Miami Beach here over the Venetian, showing all these people coming out of the Heat game. But yeah, Miami Heat won. There's a lot of activity and happy people out here. So give it a thumbs up. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Voy a ver un minuto que faccio una